darling. Sorry, I ran to grab a jumper and I've realised I'm actually cooler than I thought I was, so I'm going to put on my hoodie instead. Oh, how are you doing, my darlings? How's your days been? Hey, what you been up to? I know, stripping. Oh, I see. I know, I have been sat here for an hour and a bit. But of course, right at the last minute, I still realised I wasn't prepared. But here we go. Hoodie is going on. Oh, sorry, Stanley. Oh, she's a clusterfuck of all proportions. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Hello, my darlings. I've spent some time today trying to work out why I am not getting a raid warning or anything. So I kind of had a quick look. Oh, I'm having arguments with this now. There we are. I had a quick look and I couldn't see why it wasn't. But I'm hoping that maybe in the rejigging and resaving, it might have bolstered something. So we're back in the game. Here we are. Right, oh, brah, there you go. Right. But yes, I was very confused. The last few raids we've had, I've genuinely not heard a thing come through. And it's showing as active in my Stream Elements, which is where I set up all of my basics. So I'm wondering if maybe what I need to do is to go through and have a good clear out and get maybe more of it put in one place. Much as I hate to be that person that has everything in one place. And so if that one thing goes wrong, everything's gone wrong. But it's kind of one of those things where I'm just sort of, I'm running from one window to another, trying to work out what it was. And I thought I had it with some of the other issues I had. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Oh, right, okay. Oh, there was a jelly bean. How very dare you. Hello, my dears. So, Flying Squid, not only were you first to Jelly Bean and first to say hey, you were actually overall first in stream. So you do get to pick the background colour, my love. And today's first Jelly Bean is stunningly orange. But which of our many orange-coloured sweets will it be? Let's have a quick nose. Well, obviously it could be mandarin. As we can see, I really should put this on a little thing, shouldn't I? Mandarin is very orange and can also be sour. These ones are sour, these ones are eggs. I think it's that or it's peach, but I can't see anything other than kind of just like the normal bobbliness you get in these sugary sweets. But we shall see. We shall see. Here we go. Wish me luck. She's going in. Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah, I got a absolutely disturbingly cheap palette the other day. Which is, it isn't exactly a deep palette. It's not packed with wonderment. But it had a lot of colours in it and it had a lot of good base colours in it. So I went with playing with the base colours today. And put some of the creamy glittery stuff on. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I know it's not my talent, I think it is the stuff. So I'm very pleased with how it is. Hello, Nervsy, by the way. Thank you. I know, Kylie, me stripping. Whatever next. Only Jake's. But yes. Well, Simp, I'm glad I've given you something to think about by being stripsy. Yes, I'm sorry if anybody's confused or confuddled, in fact. I did start the stream with yesterday's details on, so I do apologise. And to anybody who's watching this on VOD, who's come in thinking they're going to be getting a bit of Lord action, it's not today, I'm afraid. Not today. Most of the week, but not today. Oh, shush, Nubsy. Oh, nice. Nice to get a quiet day sometimes, isn't it, Flying Squid? No. No.
Is that a raid?
It worked! I fixed it! Thank you, Sim! I couldn't work out where to test it. Me stripping. No, darling, it takes me long enough to get these clothes on. What with the organisation's shoulder issues, back issues, hip issues, arseholery and laziness. Stripping really is just a case of how quick can I get in my jammies. It really is. Literally, I'll get halfway through getting undressed and I'm already putting on my jammies. It's so rare I'm actually naked. Much to Greg's disappointment, which bless him. How lucky am I? But yeah. Yes, at least it's working. Thank you, Simp. I did go in and I did do kind of like a copy pasted the details again, the stream URL thing. So I'm hoping that maybe just something had blipped and it hadn't re-blipped, if you know what I mean. But yes, so I was just kind of working my way through the troubleshooting, really. But yay! See, we get there, guys. High fives all round. Yay! Oh my goodness. So, yes, so what have I been up to today? I've made a chicken stew for dinner. What are you having for dinner, my dears? I made myself a nice wrap for my lunch. I checked on yesterday's pickles. They were quick pickles, so they were actually ready at 10 minutes, but better after 30. So I made them yesterday. I did a quick try after 10 minutes and thought, yeah, I think I've got it right. The only thing I would say is I put slightly less salt in than it said, and I actually feel it's a little salty. So I think next time I might have a look at my ratios. Get the ratios right, because it's quite a big jar I made them in as well, so I sort of had to adjust it anyway. Ooh, tomato pasta with salmon, very nice. A green I can do, flying squid. I am always up for a bit of green action. We don't get enough green action round here. Oh, look at that. Oh, love it. Right, let's see what we can do. Oh. And I need to use epidemic sounds more often. Jeez, the price these days. Anyway, sorry about that. It's just sometimes a receipt pops up and you think, you bastard. Sorry, I didn't realise my mum had texted me. Let me just send her a heart so she knows I've seen it. Let me see. That's the button I want. Oh, yeah. So, let's have a look. Is that going to be a flashy one? Oh, that's not too badly flash. Oh, gosh, it's a little aggro when it comes in, isn't it? Maybe it's just that transition from red to green that looks a little bit dodgy. I'm not totally convinced. 7-colour flush clothes. Oh, we can find something much more exciting than this, surely. Let's try... What does that do? They always have everything. It's always red, green. Oh, hang on a second. We have got just green on its own. Oh, no, that makes me feel like I've got ants charging behind me. I knew there wasn't a reason I didn't use that one very often. Let's have a look. We can find something. Oh, what about colour to green? It's got the pulse. I do like the pulse. I'm not looking at it here. I'm only looking at it on the screen because how it looks here is often very different from how it appears on the screen. Very string. Oh, nice ham sandwich. Did you put any crisps in the ham sandwich? We need to know. Let's see. I've got that one, which is the red, green, blue. It's a bit, yeah, a bit there. Oh, let's do colour to green. Maybe colour to green back. Yeah, let's go colour to green back. There we go, people. She's made a decision. Ah, excellent. There should always be crisps around when you have a ham sandwich, which now, of course, I want a ham sandwich. But, I mean, the good news is I have already got the crisps. Obsessed with these crisps at the moment. Matcha cookie. Oh, crookie. Croissant cookie. How on earth does that work? Oh, I hate to sound so dismissive, but how does it work? How do they combine these together? Is there like cookie dough in the croissant and then it cooks and you've got crunchy centre? Or is it a flattened croissant so it's hard like a cookie? I need to know. I need to know these things. Chicken burger and caramel jelly. Oh, classic foods. A brookie the other day. A brookie. They bake the cookie dough in the croissant and there's cookie crust on top of the croissant. And with matcha, it's so yummy. A brookie. I'm going to have to look these things up. I'm sorry, I cannot sit here in the dark. No longer can I sit here in the dark. And I will... Oh, yeah, my stream thing still isn't working. I've got to work that out. But in the meantime, let's look up crookie. No, it's not crookie. It's a... Oh, it is crookie. It is crookie. I'm doubting myself. Let's see. Give me details. How to make a crookie, croissant cookie. So we've already got information there, but I want to see images. Oh my! Hang on a second. Oh my! Will you look at this? That just looks not. Then that one looks like you've actually got roe on it, but once you zoom in, it's not so much. What's that one? That I rather like the look of. But it looks a little bit like an almond cookie. I think I maybe have seen people make a variant of this, but they did it so it was really dense and it didn't look like there was any croissant. It just had the shape of a croissant almost. They had ruined the core element of a croissant, which is obviously the lightness with the cookie dough. So I'm kind of intrigued as to... Do you feel it ruins any of the integral airiness of a croissant when you crookie it? It looks strange, but it looks totally doable. See, why have I got all of these? I suppose it is a croissant I'm looking for, so let's explain the Frenchness. What is that? Oh, wow. See, now that looks like they've lost all of the airflow integrity of a croissant in this. That one just looks, and it looks a bit like it's not cooked, actually, to be fair. So I'm going to move away from that, hoping I don't get anything rude by putting that in. Brownie cookie. Oh, I say. Now, you see, with the brownie cookie, not that I'm a huge fan of brownies. I'm a bit picky. I don't tend to like them in the totally fudgy, almost jelly-like way that everyone seems to like them these days. I prefer mine a little bit drier. My dad does a wicked brownie. I may have mentioned before, but... This looks less like you're worried about structural integrity and more about whether you're going to get through this without falling into some kind of sugar-induced coma. This... Oh, wow, they've got it in chocolate chip. Chocolate chip brookies. Oh, my goodness. You see, if I went to a proper cookie place where they did things like this, I would probably just end up stocking up on biscuits, if I'm honest with you. I'm a biscuit fiend. Love me a biscuit. Love me a trad biscuit. Like, I like digestives. Oh, I must bring some more digestives up. I like, oh, what else do we need? Lidl do them. Oh, I've just discovered a really good Lidl. Like a proper sized Lidl. Some of the Lidls around here are a bit crammed into whatever space they can get them. But there are a few that are purpose built and have a decent sized bakery in them. So I might have to drag Greg there. Possibly Friday evening and grab comfort foods. Ooh. Oh my, what's that? Oh, they've actually literally made them into balls. You definitely wouldn't see the gooey in that, though. I mean, look, see, that's too gooey for me. That's worrying to me. That's reaching the point of, am I going to find strands of egg yolk in it? Do you know what I mean? I don't like to feel like I'm biting into some kind of chocolate pudding. Pudding? But some of these actually look quite nice because it looks like the cookie offsets a lot of the overt gooiness. Oh, dude. That's my kind of thing. I love something I can leave and it will just improve on, consideration. Oh. Cronut. Cronut. Oh, now we investigate. Cronut. What am I looking at? Oh, suits you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I get it. Croissant donut. Duh. Oh, they look superb. I mean, of course, I'm drawn to it because Nutella. We all know I'm obsessed with Nutella, but they look wicked, I have to say. Simp! Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, now I look at them, everybody likes a glazed ring, as Gregory always says. Well, I have to say, there looks like there's a whole world of pastry out there for me to discover. And not just the stale toot they sell with coffee. I think I need to go to a proper bakery, or at the very least a little. Got it. Yum, yum, yum. I want people's opinions. How many of you have tried Dunkin' Donuts? And how many of you really believe that the coffee is better? Because I have to say, I don't think Dunkin' Donuts coffee is the shiznits, as has been indicated by many people, including one of my mates in America. It is average. I even bought a home one, which we all know the homebrew coffees can never 100% as good. But I have to say, I just didn't think it was that good. I know my friend has a lot of milk and toot in hers, whereas I just tend to have basic coffee with an occasional flavour syrup. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's part and parcel, is that I'm just drinking the coffee, whereas she really likes the syrups. Do you know what I mean? I have a filter every day, but it's just for my coffee. Da-ding! See what I did there? I want to try Tim Hortons. There's one on the way through to my mum and dad's. And I keep saying I want to try it because I've heard a lot of Canadians getting quite emotional about it. But Greg's not so obsessed with food as I am. So he's kind of like, if you want a burger, let's get one of those really nice burgers that we can get at Asda and we'll just cook them at home. And I'm like, yeah. But this involves me going somewhere and still having to shop when I get home. Cook when I get home, sorry. Whereas if I go somewhere like Tim Hortons, I don't have to. Did we ever get a defined yes or no? About the McDonald's summer menu for this year, because I heard tell we were getting the McRib back. But every time I've looked on the menu, I've not seen it. So I'm starting to think either they were lying to me. Oh no, that's not what I want. I want McDonald's menu. Here we go. Summer of Sport. Oh, of course, it's the Olympics, isn't it? That's not far away, is it? When's the Olympics? I don't know how I've ended up on the McDonald's corporate thing. I just want their menu. Planet Radio. Yeah, I'm old. I listen to all these old radio stations now. Oh, and the Euros. My God. Doesn't look like a McRib's coming back, does it? Oh, I'm upset. I thought the McRib was coming back to the UK. I don't think. Oh. Is there a new menu in July? Or is that the Olympics are in July? Right, so Euros. It'll be just men's, won't it? The men's Euros are... Dude, seriously. They're June. So I will obviously need to get dates into the calendar. Gregory will be overjoyed to hear that I'm going to be watching football again. It's literally every 2 years. Possibly every year if you count the women's game. So, I mean, it's not like I'm obsessed. And let's go for the Olympics. I'd imagine they'd be trying to keep the Euros and the Olympics reasonably far apart because don't they have football in the Olympic Games? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They were trying to get back onto the 4-year cycle, weren't they? Because obviously it's... Otherwise it'd have ended up being on odd years. So yeah, it has only been 3 years, which is why it's catching everybody by surprise, I think. Right, sorry, I am a streaming mess. I can't imagine why that would be. Can you, simp? Anyway, let's see. So, oh, that is quite close, isn't it? Maybe the football. Oh, the football's kicking off in the end of July. Wow. I quite enjoy the Olympics, but I don't religiously watch every aspect of it, I must admit. Greg does not like football. I found him, guys. Actually, I've got a few friends that aren't particularly into sports. It's quite entertaining, actually, because one of my friends, his son, is very, very good at athletics, field athletics. And so he's having to rock up and watch all this sport, and they're not sporty people at all. He used to be sporty because he used to play judo, but never like field sports and stuff. I don't watch a lot of league football, and I don't particularly follow athletics or a lot of the sports, the Olympics. But that's the nice thing, is that you do get to see a different variety of sports, and sometimes you'll take a sport away with you and you'll think, actually, I want to continue to spend time with that, you know. I was so impressed watching the women's football. They are so good. Really stunningly good. I was so impressed. And, you know, I do have a lot of I don't have a lot of sexist men around me, but I do have some big football fan sexist people around me. And I do find it frustrating when you get the sniffs about, oh, what are these women doing on football programmes? They don't know anything. And then you look at their records and you realise that actually for the amount of time they've been playing, they actually are doing considerably better than the men's. Yeah. But yeah. I have seen England play. We were thrashed by Australia. But I got free tickets and we got held up getting over there because somebody had phoned in a bomb scare. So we had to walk a long way, and I'm not good at walking, so we were very late. It wasn't my fault we were late, it was just we were late. So I ended up sitting with the only Australian in the group. He was very pleased with the result, of course. Oh my gosh! Simp, I'm not letting you come round here if you encourage people to cannibalism. My goodness! Reminds me of staying up till bloody 4 o'clock in the morning to watch Mike Tyson's fight on pay-per-view. And then in the second round, he bit the top off the bloke's ear. Do you remember that? Well, I'm old enough to have been there. And yeah, he bit the top of this guy's ear off. And they cancelled the whole match. And that was it. Jelly bean. Done and dusted. I mean, at least I hadn't dressed up like a tit and gone there to Vegas for it. But still, how ridiculous. Let me see. Nubsy, of course it's you. Oh no, it's green. Oh my goodness. That's a bit dark to be a lime flavour though. Oh, hang on. So, it could be pear, kiwi. I don't think it's dark enough to be kiwi. I think it's more pear. Or apple. Or the other apple, which is sour. I actually think this could be pear. And I'm hopeful it is. Jelly bean! No, this is nice. This is pear. Sour apple, I'd be shooting backwards screaming. No, we got good there. We got good one. Good one. Oh. I don't know if it's because I've been crocheting with my neck at a funny angle or if I've slept funny. I've got a pain in my neck. So sore. So sore. It's obviously muscle, you know. But literally, it was so sore that I had to take, I do apologise, this is my tiger, and inside his bottom is this, and you heat this up in the microwave, stick up his bottom, and you stick it on his stomach for when things are bad. You look after me, don't you, darling? Today, my neck was so sore, there you go, Stitch, that I actually couldn't keep him sat on my shoulder to keep me warm. So I've literally been sat, once it had cooled down a little, obviously I didn't put it on straight from the microwave because that'd be stupid. But yeah, sat with this on my neck, desperately trying to relax it. It was very nice while it was hot, but as soon as it starts to cool off, all the pain comes back. It isn't a long-term do, is it? Oh, you know he does. That's what I got for Christmas of my mother-in-law. She donated some money towards my camera and gave me a tiger with a red hot body. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. So, yes. Oh, and haven't we got the tennis coming up as well? In the UK, obviously. I realise tennis is played all over the world, all over the time. And actually in the UK quite a lot of the time too. But Wimbledon is what I'm thinking of. We really are going into it. Is Wimbledon starting this week or next? Oh no, isn't it last week of June, first week of July? But they might have moved it because of the Olympics. Let's have a look. Because they did push it back. It used to be the last 2 weeks of June when I was a kid. Which was a long time ago, admittedly. Ah. 1st of July. Good grief. No wonder Nadal was saying he wasn't sure if he was going to do Wimbledon this year because he wanted to see if he could have one last try at getting another medal at the Olympics. And obviously it's in Paris, which is ever so handy because he's from Portugal, isn't he, Nadal? So he hasn't got quite the hideous journey that many would have. That said, I think he won his medal in Beijing, didn't he? I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I really only know what I've seen in brief headlines from the BBC. I just talk to it very well. Hey, Caroline, how you doing over there, my lumpkin? Oh, there we go. Let's get more coffee on board. I don't want to make anybody think I'm a hideous monkey, but I made myself a coffee last night and I realised I wasn't going to drink it. So I actually put a cover over it. And I drank it this morning and I've just finished it. It was protected. I will be talking non-stop about things I know nothing of. That is my way. It's the Churchill way. We stick to it every day. What you don't know about, you bullshit about and get other people talking so it sounds like you were the intelligent one in the first place. Honey. Put your feet up, grab a cuppa, and hopefully you'll snooze off to the delicate sound of me going, I don't get the clue, which is probably much what's going to happen today because we are going back to scene investigators. Well, strangely enough, he was a ginge too. But no, we don't believe we're anywhere near related. Or if we are related, it's so far back that the money doesn't flow our way. Oh my goodness, yes. I really enjoy crime scene investigators. So I'm really excited to get cracking on with it. So excited, in fact, I think I might start the game now. Let's see, where have you gone? Where have you gone? There it is, scene investigators. Because we've officially passed training now. So we're actually on proper grown-up duty now. Oh, dude, honestly, I am pants at this game. Literally, the last one I only got through because I suspect some of you had looked up the answer and were feeding it to me. When I say suspect, what I actually mean is I'm pretty much 100% sure that's what happened. But we got there, darlings, we got there. So here we are, scene investigators. My problem is that I see the box, I get distracted by something glittery over there and I forget what I was supposed to be thinking about. I'm outside of the box technically, but only in the sense of totally off this planet. She's Chunchu.
Welcome back.
Oh, hello. Right. So,
Would you like to tackle?
For those wondering, we went back and finished off the ones that we hadn't got the A pass on, so we've gone through with an A grade average. So I'm very proud of us. Clap on back, high fives all round, golf claps if you need them. Oh, this is a 3. This is definitely going to be hard.
Loading Hughes Manners Feud.
Hughes Manor Feud.
Good luck.
Oh no! Well, guys, let me have a try. And then if I'm swamped, I will ask. Or you can subtly nudge. Here we go, situation. The accomplished CEO of a successful real estate firm passed away, and a sombre wake took place in his house. Just a few hours after the mourners dispersed, another tragedy occurred, prompting a frantic call to the police. Piece together the events that unfolded and discover what happened. Yes, I must not let this run, because every time I've played this, I have played way too late. Are you seriously telling me that you have balloons as decorations at a funeral? Okay, I'm quirky, but even I'm thinking that's pushing things a bit far. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'd say that's a heavy period. Dropped, dragged their feet through it as they were trying to escape before somebody noticed the clotting. Oh, I'm a charmer. Right, here we go. So, first things first. Do we have any information? Okay, so we've got a phone and we've got the police officer's notes. Should we start with the police officer's notes? I know it's number 2, but here we go. So, responding officer's notes. Unknown victim! Oh my goodness! I'm going to go into read because I'm struggling a little bit. Hang on. Oh, I haven't changed my specs. I was wondering why I couldn't see a fucking thing. I'm only on regular strength. I needed to be on... Oh my god, wow, that's much bigger. Such a shock when you swap them over. It's kind of taking the aesthetic a bit too far, isn't it, when you start to have murders at funerals. Okay then. Unknown victim. White. Male white. Looks like they're in formal dress. Dirt under body indicating draggage. Ooh, shot in the head. That'll do it. Midline? Forehead. Midline. Shot in forehead. Oh. Right hand. Last 2 fingers. Twisted? Do you think someone was trying to steal something? Oh, I've got all capital letters. So right hand, last 2 fingers twisted. Could it be that somebody was trying to take a ring off them, maybe? Under clothes, scratches. intriguing. Do we have anything else? Is that it? That's it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So interesting. Right, let's have a look at the phone. So. Messages. Do remember to prepare your speech by Friday. We'll start preparing for the toast at 11 a.m. Hope you can be here early to help. Okay? See you then. See you. I'll be away for an hour or two to run some errands. Do let me know if you need anything. Okay. Hey, what do you want from me? Oh, charming. I need to talk to you. It's important. I'm busy with work right now. Just leave a message. It needs to be in person. Fine. Meet me outside in 5 minutes. And then we have deleted message. Right. Well, not an awful lot there, eh? Hey, Angel. How you doing, hun? Excuse me. Okay. What documents do we have? The situation, which we've already discovered. Audio files.
What was the event about?
We held a gathering to honor the late Gordon Hughes at his mansion. His 4 sons each gave a eulogy. Food and wine was served. Then his will was shown, revealed to his 4 children. If you wish to see them as evidence, we have provided the recorded audio tapes and a copy of the will.
Where were you at the time of the crime?
After all the guests left, I cleaned all the mess they had left behind. After that, I had to go run some errands. Here are the receipts of what I had to buy.
Do you have any suspicions of who did it?
I don't want to believe any of them did it. I've known them since they were so young.
Can you guys hear that?
But I also know that it couldn't have been any of the guests, as I've personally watched them all leave before I started cleaning. Also, the sons were all in the house as I left.
Yes, I didn't think that was normal. I was actually going to say that's not normal, surely. Okay then, let me read that back out again. So the policeman asked, what was the event about? Genius man. What was the wake about? Okay. So, the butler confirms... was the funeral, wake and will reading for Gordon Hughes. Okay. We've got a person in here. Let's start with a person. So, Gordon Hughes. His funeral. He's got 4 kids. There we go. Love it. Butler. We don't have a name for the butler yet, do we? He's just called Butler. Charming. We held a gathering to honour the late Gordon Hughes at his mansion. 4 sons each gave a eulogy. Food and fine wine was served. Then his will was shown, revealed to his 4 children. If you wish to use them as evidence, we have provided the recorded audio tapes and a copy of the will. Where were you at the time of the crime? After the guests left, I cleaned all the mess they'd left behind. After that, I had to run errands. Here are the receipts of what I had to buy. Do you have any suspicions of who did it? I don't want to believe any of them did it. I've known them since they were so young. But I also know that it couldn't have been any of the guests, as I personally watched them all leave before I started cleaning. Also, the sons were at the house as I left. 4 sons. Let me change that. So, after cleaned up, party, left for errands, and then confirmed only folks, actually, confirmed all guests left, 4 sons at house. Okay, recording of the Ugooglies. Shall I just read this out? Let's see how loud it is, because I was struggling a little before.
Welcome. We've gathered here today to honor the late Gordon Hughes.
Can you hear that,
He was
guys?
a dear friend and a dear father.
I missed a load of them last time,
We'll start our
Squirrel, so that's
presentation
why
of
I
eulogies
thought to
with
check.
the successor of Gordon's company. Jonathan Ree, if you could stand up here.
Cool, thank you.
Gordon was never just my boss. Over the time I was given to know him, he became one of my closest friends and the greatest teacher I've had. When I was young, I lived like trash. I was down on my luck and penniless. Gordon hired me, gave me a chance, and told me how to conduct myself. The position I have today is because of him, and there's nothing I can do to express the gratitude I feel. Gordon's own path was also similar, though with different starting points. He had to struggle to make his way to the top. Hard work, humility, and support. His virtues are what he told me to take to heart. I hope I can embody these as I take up the flag that he left behind. I swear to make his legacy last. As the new CEO of the Hughes Property Group, I would like to extend an offer to Roman, Gordon's youngest son, to work as a manager for our company. Roman, you are a rising star in the real estate world, and I'm sure that your father would want you to work with us. How about it?
No, thank you, Jonathan. But I'm quite proud of my current work, and I'd prefer not to take orders from anyone.
Roman was Gordon's son, wasn't it? Let's just pause there. So, Roman Hughes. Gordon's youngest son. Offered job. What was it? Officer was the manager. As manager in, oh my god, in business. Refused. offered Roman job during eulogy. Turned down. Do we think that perhaps some of the sons were a little jealous of the attention this guy's got? Oh, Angel. You sit back and watch me making a fool of yourself. That'll make you feel so much better, darling. Oh, so where have we got to? Extend offer to Roman. Youngest son to work as a manager of the company. Roman, you're a rising star in the real estate world. So he's in real estate. Can't you just smell the grey suits chaffing from here? Anyway. Not that I'm anti-estate managers, you understand. So voice 3. Let's just pop that in there. He's voice 3 on the tape. Okay. And then Jonathan Reed is voice 2. Cool. Okay, I'll give you time to consider the offer. Ellis, Gordon's eldest, is next.
I see. I shall give you time to consider the offer. Now I believe that Ellis, Gordon's eldest, is next.
Thank you, Jonathan. I wouldn't have minded taking that managerial spot you have, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, you may already know me. I'm a former collegiate rugby player. St. Valentine University, represent!
Gosh.
The MVP awards and state rings I won, the successes I had, were
Peaked
because of my
at
pops,
high
Gordon
school?
Hughes. As a
Not
kid,
college.
he was always there, encouraging me to chase my dreams, to chase the ball.
She's the ball.
Even if he's no longer with us in person, I will make sure to carry on his legacy and ensure our family's success. Thank you. Oh, Roger, you're up.
So Ellis was 4.
Hello, and thank you all for coming today. I just want to share some of my precious memories with my father. Back when he was still alive, he would often take Glenn and I out to hunt with him. We'd have loaded up the truck with our food, tents, and the guns. It was an experience. We were still young back then, but I remember the first time he... Sorry, it's just a little difficult. I remember that time we went...
You can do it.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you.
Sorry about that. It's been rough for all of us, I'm sure. I will continue Roger's testimony on his behalf. Our father would often take Roger and I hunting. Of course, we never caught anything until we grew a little older. Father was always there, showing us how to do things right, often.
So Glenn is voice 6. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up, darling. So that was voice 5. And now we have voice 6, which appears to be Glenn. Assuming Glenn Hughes. I think that's the other brother he referred to as a fellow hunter, doesn't he? Gordon's son. Hunted. So we know 2 of them got gun knowledge, don't we, so far? So we are learning stuff. Hunted with father and Roger. This is voice 6. Cool. I'm never neat. Cool. Right.
And we would have to only load the truck up with his prices. But in time, we'd add to that pile. I remember Roger's first kill. He started crying. Yes, you did. Not because you were happy that you'd finally succeeded, but because you felt bad for the deer when you got up to it. Our father would then teach us the importance of each individual life. That deer would live on with us, and later within us.
That's it.
These life experiences he gave us led us to where we are today. Roger is now a successful chef. I, on the other hand, am a lawyer for the state. After Mom passed away, Dad resolved himself to give us as much support as he could. This wasn't just in our respective businesses, but in our lives and our own growing families. I think it really shows. Wherever you are now, Dad, thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Glenn. My father was a very successful man, like Jonathan said. Our grandfather's company was in the gutters when he got the position. What he accomplished with it was awe-inspiring.
So it's definitely handed down the lineage
Like
then.
him, I decided to start with nothing as well. I wanted to climb the ladder with my own grit and sacrifice. I think Father appreciated that someone tried to do without. He was correct to put his faith in me. Roman Estate Co. is as successful as Hughes Property Group. Founding it was an endeavor, and to keep it running has been arduous. It's been like childbirth.
Right.
Something I thought
Of course it
only
was.
my wife would experience. Jonathan, as an aside, I believe that it's in my best interest to continue the great legacy that my father created. To continue his business modus operandi. I will buy out Hughes Property Group entirely. I'm sure I can find you a position as well. And that is all I have to say. Felix, back to you.
Okay, that's aggressive. Okay, so voice 1 is Felix.
Thank you, Roman. Next, we have Gordon's closest friends, starting with Mr. William Darby.
Is that it? William Darby, and that's one of Gordon's friends. Let's get that name on the list. We do love a long list of names, don't we? William Darby. And you were Gordon's closest friend. Right, so far. So we've got a cast of thousands already, guys. We've got Gordon, eldest son Ellis, who does sound like he's the guy that did sports and was amazing at school, but maybe didn't do much else afterwards. Oh my goodness, I love that. It felt like a labour. It was nothing like childbirth, you great galah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, so Ellis is the eldest, peaked at college. Roger, who's voice 5, Gordon's son, hunted with father and Glenn, wasn't it? Emotional during eulogy, successful chef. Glenn, Gordon's son, hunted. We don't know which way around these two go, by the way, they're the middle kids. Hunted with father and Roger, lawyer for the state. Roman, Gordon's youngest son, offered job as manager in the company business, refused in real estate, and he's the one that said he was going to buy back the company, wasn't he? Yeah. Decided to take over Hughes Group. So I wonder if they were offering him a job to try and keep the company afloat as is, whereas because he's so successful he could take it over, and perhaps he doesn't particularly like Jonathan. Wow. Well, there's a couple of them there that I think could do with a gosh darned electrocution to the balls. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. A couple of them referred to wives. We shall have to see if that's important. We might have to come back to that. Right. Let's have a look. So, can we put up the... We can, lovely. So we've got the clue list. We've gone through the case file menu. We've covered everything there, so that's good. We found the blood in the foyer. Let's start looking round. What else do we have here? Oh, briefcase. Love a briefcase. What have we got? A diary. Oh, itchy. So foyer. Sorry. Briefcase. Diary. Meet with DA. I'm only told that he wants to charge the whole kid even though he's a minor. Okay, so first impressions is that this could very well be which one is it? It's not is it not Roman? No, it's Glenn, lawyer for the state. So this could be Glenn's diary. So it's got references. Dinner at 3 p.m? That's a wrong one. Dad left Sniper at the log cabin. Retrieve it. Make sure to drive down next week and return it to him. DA appointed me as prosecutor for Burley Davidson's case. Carl Sandine should have the initial files ready by 2 p.m. today. Call Daniel Riley. And then Dad's died. Cancel this week. Call Valerie when home. Won't be good to see Ruby. So I assume, what do you reckon? Valerie might be his ex-wife? Died 5th of May 2003. And bring Ruby, 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 Ruby! Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay then, so it looks like everything's very quickly taken over his time, doesn't it? Let's go back up here. Where are you? Daughter. Or a French poodle. I haven't decided which. Okay. So the diary. Notes, recases. Cancelled. Week commencing 5th of May due to father's death. Okay, so I think that's everything from there. I mean, there's lots of stuff regarding his other bits and bobs, but vermin defense. Pest control. Rats and nasty things that crawl. We zap and shoot and trap 'em all. Ha ha ha! Okay! Oh, do we have something written on there? Call me. Needs someone to supervise a business contract. Okay. Let me just try and get this back. There we are. So. So, in the briefcase, we also have a business card for vermin defense, handwritten note to call them business contract. So is he doing stuff on the side, do you think, or is this like a friend? Can't see what I'm typing here. Business contract. So say an individual, James Mendez. Gosh. Business card, James Mendez, 723-301-9924. Is that one of the numbers from the phone? First things first, let's check. I doubt it is, but it's the first phone number we've seen, so why not? 9924. Let me quickly go in here. No, doesn't match. Good to check though. Right, what else have we got in here? Cough drops. Okay, also in there. In case somebody was heard coughing, you never know where this might come in. Oh, chain. A locket. Can I do anything? Oh, it's so cute. Sorry, had a moment there. Oh, no, I didn't want you to do that. I just want you to do this. Cough drops. Gold locket. Jelly bean, jelly bean, jelly bean. Not a jelly bean! Come on, let's see what we've got out of this lot. In we go. Going deep, ladies and gentlemen. Going deep. We have. Oh, it's yellow. But which yellow will it be? Let's have a nosy-woes. Oh, could be pineapple, actually. Or possibly grapefruit. It's too dark, I think, for lemon. Oh, wasn't the dark lemon actually the sharp lemon? Oh, no. Let's see. I don't think it's toffee. I think it could be pineapple, which goes both ways, by the way. So let's see. Gary the Gargoyle says, go balls deep. Oh, that's horrible. Balls deep. Oh, this tastes disgusting. Sharp pineapple doesn't work. Oh. Oh, God. I cannot spell, can I? It's because I can't type. That doesn't help. Oh, even at the end, it still had some to give. Message. I'll miss you, Dad. So, I don't know whether that's recent. I'll miss you, Dad. Doesn't look like the handwriting of a little girl, does it? So it might be from his daughter, but it might be that it's something else. Let's have a look. What else have we got in the briefcase? We're not going down there. That's what she said, Rue, are we? So we've got the diary. What's that? Paperwork. That's Mendes. Let me just... Squat! Can we see what that is? Is that just general paperwork, do you think? I think it's just general paperwork. I don't think there's anything there. Does that say anything? No, I think it's just a doobry. Oh, look at that. Coats. Okay, let's get back into standing position. Anything over here? No. Coats and jackets are fine. So, big old sloppy blood loss. No splatter though, eh? Yeah, no splatter. Have we got any gun? Any bullets? Does anybody else think it looks more like somebody was stabbed than shot? Because it just looks like all the blood fell, like somebody had been straight across the middle. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. I can't see any bullets at all. Let's see what's on this table. Oh, gee whiz. Is that a phone on charge? Love a phone. Let's see messages. Oh, gee willikers. Sorry. One of my legs has decided it dislikes me. Okay then. So, we're still in the foyer. Sorry, I was trying to work out my filing system then and I realised it was just wrapping text. Okay then, so we've got... what are these tables called? Side table, that's it. Side table. We have a phone. Do remember to prepare your speech for Friday. Start preparing for the toast at 11 a.m. So whoever 1492 is, it's obviously the brother that's organising everything. Felix is 1492. Let's shoot up here. So Felix, where are you, Felix? Phono. 14. Probably should put the full thing in, shouldn't I? Just to be on the safe side. 348. 305. 1492. Organising brothers for what's that thing called again? Organising brothers for eulogies. Okay. So it looks like he copy pasted and sent this message to two of the brothers. Because the phone they found, there's this thing saying I'll be away for an hour or two. Do you need to do some errands? So do we think that one of the brothers is the body? Is that what we think? Okay then, so this is, we don't know who, but we do know that they were texting with Felix. 4302. Did you hear that shit during the speeches? Man, I am sick of his attitude. So the plan is still in action, right? All three of us agree that he needs to be put in his place, right? No, where am I stopping now? We need to do it today. I can already imagine the look on his face when I pull the dirt on him. I can't believe you're going to do this. You know my son looks up to you. I'm sure he does, smiley face. Where the fuck is that little shit? Oh, somebody's got their dander up. So, well, there are a couple of things it could be referring to. They could be referring to what's his face deciding he wants to buy everybody out, Roman. Or they could be referring just to poor speeches. I'm not sure, but I do know I need to take a quick break. I need to go to the bathroom, darlings. So I'm going to take a quick break now. I can't hang on until Greg gets home because he's stopping at the shops. And once I come back, we will continue. So stretch your legs, smoke them if you got them, and make yourself a brew. Back in a sec. Hello, sorry. Bit of Charlotte Dobré in the background there. Okay, my darlings. Well, that was eventful. We are back. We're considerably lighter. Oh, my poor tummy. I'm starting to think it might be the beans. I am. I love the butter beans, but I'm starting to think it might affect me. Now, have I given you too much information? Probably. Will I continue to do so? Absolutely. Let's crack on with this. So, they definitely are in it together, correct? Do you think they were after the butler? He went out, didn't he? Let's have another look at this one. Now, that's another deleted one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Chunky bit, eh? Gosh. Okay. Okay. So this looks like the kind of notes that a butler might keep.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
Clinkies, my love. How are you doing, Draco? I'm balls deep in notes with still not a clue what I'm doing. How are you? Text, message, convo. Getting someone. Okay. Now we've got post-it notes. Yay! Love a post-it note. Post-its. So one is noting keep Roger from over drinking. So we've got Damien, Goodman, allergic to straws. Oh, I hate it when it doesn't scroll. Still healing? Oh, babes! So that's 2 more for our cast of thousands. James. Good. Man. And Damien. Goodman. James's son. Damien's father. We know so much of these people. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Philip Braxter. Have we come across a Philip Braxter before? Oh, hang on. We should really put that Damien is allergic to strawberries. Just in case we need to cater for them. Allergic to strawberries. Perhaps if he eats strawberries, his entire blood system falls out of his anus, and that would explain the blood on the floor. Philip Braxton. I'm sure I've seen the name Philip Braxton before. Have I? Have I? No, I haven't, have I? I'm thinking Felix, aren't I? Philip Braxton. Unbreak my heart. And he is lactose intolerant. Okay. What else do we have? We've got another one. Another one! Yep, just one side. So, we also have... I'm assuming these are all probably just guests. Evelyn Fletcher. Early onset dementia. I love the names Evelyn and Joshua. Evelyn's son. Roman's son is allergic to nuts. Where's Roman? Where have you gone, Roman? There we are. Son allergic to nuts. Remember William Riverside. Noting food, social requirements. Also notes. Remember William Riverside. Interesting. Yeah, funnily enough, Cowgirl, we were talking about that before I took a break. That it looks more like the blood poofed rather than was shot out. So yeah, I would agree with you. I think it definitely looks like somebody was cut and then bled. You know, sort of you fold over your wound, don't you? And so that would indicate the falling down. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that one. Who is William Riverside? Why must me remember him? I like to take copious amounts of notes that help me in no way. This is more about me practicing to type. Remember. There we go. Okay, cool. So we found the first note. So we've still got one thing to find. What else do we have on here? Ooh, what's... Oh. Pouches for kids. Where do we have pouches for kids? Does that have a name on it? I can't see. I can't see what that says. Oh, hang on, there we go. Sorry, I always forget that button. Samuel Hughes. Okay. So. Notes. Side table, we have kids, pouches. I wonder if they're just sort of things to keep the kids occupied, maybe. Sweeties and that like, so you'd need to mark it to know if someone's allergic to nuts. Marked for, or labelled, I should say. Labelled Samuel Hughes. Labels. Okay. So we have, there we go. So this, oh, here we go. It does have Harmony Hughes. Okay. Well, that's not Ruby though, is it? I'm good at spotting these things. Harmony Hughes. And Harmony. So we know that there are two kids. Samuel and Harmony Hughes. Sorry, guys. No, not the Vincent, the mince. I don't have just beef mince, but as I'm making like a bolognese out of it, you know. Right, okay. So that's everything for the foyer. As far as our cue list goes, excuse me slurping there, it's a funny little, I suppose it's one where you put individual flowers in, isn't it? Tigers. I still really think that that's distasteful, I'm not going to lie to you. So, the question is, they say the body looks like it was dragged. So therefore, Were they stabbed outside and then dragged to here to bleed out, or they stabbed here and dragged outside? Because there's no body shape around this, is there? So it doesn't look like a body ended here. It looks like a body began a journey here. Okay, cool, cool. Let's have a look in here. We got love boxes. Love me a box. Boxes are full of intrigue. Bin, anything in the bin? Always check the bin. Nothing in the bin. Oh, did you hear Sims 4? They're doing the thing where you need to log in so many days a week to get extra stuff. And a lot of it looks like it's stuff that's just been repatterned. Like there's a hairstyle that's normally got bleached bits and it now will be able to just be one colour, etc, etc. Apparently one of the things they brought in is mini fridges for base game. And along with the mini fridge, you get the nano bin, but in different colours. Nano bin in different colours! Ah! Hey Goldust, how you doing? I just had to share that because I got quite excited listening to little Simsy, full on Gorgie, talking about it. Okay, so we've got leftover breakfast. Strange. Well, I suppose it did kick off at 11 a.m. So did they, or is this just foods left out for people to generally help themselves to? Just seems strange. He said he cleaned up, didn't he? So why would all the food be out? Is that their mother, do you reckon? Mother was briefly referenced. Can we get those doors? No. No. Okay, cool. Let's go back through this way. Into, this must be the living room. Ah, is this the handsome funeral man? Gordon Hughes. Okay. Here, got a tape recorder player. What's this? Last Will and Testament, my darlings. Let's read this bad boy, shall we? I, Gordon Hughes, being of sound mind and not acting under duress or undue influence, and fully understanding the nature of all my property and of this disposition thereof, do hereby publish and declare this document to be my last will and testament, and hereby revoke any and all other wills heretofore made by me. 1. Personal representative. I nominate and appoint Felix White as a personal representative of my estate. If my personal representative fails or ceases to serve, then I nominate William Brandon Darby. That was his good friend, wasn't it? So, disposition of property. I devise and bequeath my property, both real and personal, wherever situated, as follows. The first beneficiary, any charities as chosen by Felix Daniel White, with the following property, 5% of my overall wealth. Second beneficiary, Felix Daniel White as my close friend and butler. Felix is the butler. With the following property, 5% of my overall wealth for his hard work and for his good friendship. Third beneficiary, Ellis Morton Hughes, my eldest son. With the following property, 17% of the remaining 90% of the wealth. Fourth beneficiary is Roger Franklin Hughes, my second son, with the following property, 16% of the remaining 90% of the wealth. Fifth beneficiary is Glenn Wilson Hughes, my third son, with the following, 14% of the remaining 90% of the wealth. Sixth beneficiary is Roman Kleiner Hughes, my fourth son, with the following property, 13% of the remaining 19% of the wealth. Seventh beneficiary, Jonathan Luke Reed, my business partner, with the following property. Title and blessing to the Hughes property group, of which he has likely been elevated to already. Eighth beneficiary, I've hired a third party, Stanton Law, to supervise an additional layer to the distribution of the final 40% of the remaining 90% of my wealth. They have been provided with a document that would break down attributes that I valued. These attributes are based on relationship status, being single or married or divorced or looking, etc. Additionally, these attributes are based on employment status. Being unemployed, full-time, CEO, manager, etc. Stanton Law will supervise this final distribution and have a fuller list of desired traits. My friend and servant, Felix Daniel White, will provide additional feedback to Stanton Law in their analysis of each of my 4 children. These attributes, when analysed and understood, will provide an additional 15 or 10 or 10 or 5% of my final 40% of the 90% of my wealth to the respective son. Finally, these notes being rendered and carried out are my will. I hope to note that I have had a long life and wish that in the next I shall be reunited with my wife. I hope the best to my sons and my grandchildren. May they be fulfilled in their lives and may they stay united as a family. So in essence, what he's saying is, I've given you all a lump sum. There is money left over, and that money is going to be set out in accordance to your value as a human being. Oh my goodness. No way, cowgirl. I didn't know it was only going to be for the PC players, if you will, for the actual non-thingy players. That's really mean that you can't get it if you access via a console. I wonder why they can't do it. Do you think it's something to do with the logging on aspect of it? I can't understand that. It does seem a bit mean, doesn't it? Well. Call me on this if I'm wrong, but I always feel that console players are kind of viewed as being a bit lower in the grand scheme, which I think is outrageous. I watched my friend playing on a console and I thought it looked so much more difficult to play on the console. And in the end, she actually had started to get the PC stuff. But unfortunately, every time she wanted to build something, she had all of the kit she wanted were on her thingy, her console. So she just kept flipping backwards and forwards. I mean, it's so expensive. I can't believe that you can't just pay a certain amount to transfer yourself from a console to a PC. Like, rather than having to buy everything again, why don't they just let you pay a fat rate and you can then have access to download it onto your PC? Dander nudged! I'll pop it back down now. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. So, interesting. So, we've got some more details. Here we can see it's... so 5% goes to a charity and 5% goes to Felix direct. So that's the first 10% taken care of. And obviously Felix will administer to the charities for him. Then Ellis gets 17%, Roger gets 16%, Glenn gets 14%, Roman gets 13%. Okay. Obviously he gives the business over to Jonathan. And then Stanton Law are going to step in and make assessments and decide who deserves the remaining, is it 13, an additional 10 or 10, 15 or 10 or 10 or 5. It's an interesting will. It doesn't seem spiteful, but I always think it's strange when you see things like you're going to be assessed as to what you're allowed to have, that makes me feel a little bit kind of about things. And of course, the added thing that people who are playing... Sorry, I'm going back to... me and Cowgirl just having a discussion and putting the world to rights there. But it is frustrating that you have so many ways that you can expand the game, whether legitimately through EA or whether outside of that with people being able to create stuff that you can put into PC, and I assume Mac get the same stuff. So you've got CC, you've got mods, you've got all this extra stuff you can do with the game that, yes, isn't necessarily supported, but what people download and use and talk about influences what is becomes important for future developments for EA, because they are watching the mods. Of course they are. They're watching the style of clothes. And the thing is, if the people that are on console have no voice in that, then they're missing out a little bit. Whereas those of us that have got access and choose to use mods and CC have a way of influencing some of the development. I always think console players are definitely worse off. But if you like playing base game, if you like playing with the kits you like, and you're used to using the console, then that's absolutely fine. For the longest time, I didn't pick up CC, and I still played quite happily. So, you know, it's just now my Sims are prettier. I'm going to move this before I get juice on it. My little hot pad. I meant to run down and heat that back up, but I wasn't able to get it done in my break. Never mind. I flat my eyelashes at Gregory. What do you think? Okay, so interesting will. So let me go back into notes. So in the living room. Living room. Got the will. Appears to be using Stanton. Were they a law firm? I can't remember. Firm to assess each of the sons and provide additional funds according to father's wishes. What they have achieved in life. Very interesting. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if my parents haven't spent every single part of my inheritance by the time they kick it, I'm going to be pissed off. They earned that money and they deserve to be out there enjoying their retirement. But then, you see, as is noted by my spending, I've never been good with money, but also I've never been obsessed with money. I just like to have things, really. There are so many suspects, right? It's a fucking cast of thousands. But I'm taking my time. My first thoughts here, by the way, are that first son, Ellis, seems to be a bit of a tit. Peaked at college sports, basically, is what I'm saying here. He is getting the highest percentage in the first lot. But if they're being assessed on how they've achieved in their lives since, and if they've got a full life, which to be fair, it might not just be an assessment of whether you've got off your arse and done stuff, but it might also be assessment of how full a life have you led. Have you got out there and found your person? Have you gone out there and found your future, your career, your fulfillment? Then maybe that's where Ellis is going to miss out. I mean, I've only heard the man talk on a phone, but I didn't like him. So yeah, so I'm kind of thinking there's a possibility that we could have people kicking off. But it does also sound like perhaps they may have seen the will, because they were already planning so much for him cleaning up. He said he cleaned up after the party, but there's food out in the dining room. And oh, what books have we got? Anyway, spot the book nerd. Just having a look, see if there are any books popping out as being evidence. Doesn't look like it. Love a cupboard, by the way. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. Porcelain vases and ceramic crafting knowledge. Right. Oh, by Martha Hughes. It was their mother, arty type. Do you know what I mean? Martha Hughes, because it does look like an old book, doesn't it? So, deceased before case, arts, scholar / author, question mark. I'm sure he said Martha was his wife. Okay. What's to read? Is it just the name that they want us to read? Yeah. Okay, cool, that's fine. I think we got that. So that possibly means that the porcelain and vases they have could be quite valuable. Proper pieces of artwork rather than just whatever was in IKEA when you were stood in the queue. Kind of cute. Got anything else around here? Thermostat, don't touch it. What's this? Clifton's, where the best are served the best. Ah, Roger works at Clifton's. New York. Okay. So we found Martha Hughes, vase book, and we've also found Roger's business card. Okay. Two more things to look for here. Chef rights. Just trying to see what that book is, but I doubt it's of any interest. Can't get in the drawers. Don't like it when I can't get in the drawers. Love a drawer. Jelly bean, jelly bean, jelly bean, jelly bean. Jelly bean. Oh, Caroline, I'm sorry, my love.
Well, fudge me sideways.
I think fudge all of us sideways, to be honest with you, sweet cheeks. I'd sing you a song or read you a nighttime story, but I'm trying to keep everybody else awake. Okay, we have something lemming-like. Is it actual lemon? It could very well be lemon. I don't think I deserve another pineapple. Could be grapefruit though, but I'm thinking lemon, and if it's lemon, it can go both ways. You know it. Lemon! Angry lemon! Oh, that's sour! It keeps giving. It's not like one of these jelly beans where the flavour's all on the outside and the inside's just sweet. No. Keeps giving. Okay. I always feel incredibly tall when I stand up from crouching. Anything here? What about down here? Back to my crouch. A lot of books. Then it is a library. Oh, it's a living room, isn't it, technically? What we got here is that TV. Anything in there? No. What's that? Oh my god. You're telling me you have a plugged-in remote control? Oh, that light's bright, isn't it? What we got here? It is very possible that we have some very significantly interesting art in this house. We got here. Upscaling for the Boom by Gordon Rush Hughes. Oh my! So Gordon Hughes was also a published author. Upscaling for the Boom. So that's a real estate book, isn't it? Real estate book. Both very intelligent people then. Oh wow, so we've got a personal letter from Gordon Hughes. Dear Felix, by the time you're reading this, I will have passed on. This letter is an additional note to the will I've left behind. I've hired Stanton Law to be an intermediary and supervise the distribution of the remainder of my wealth. This letter is to justify the thought process of what is to follow. Each son will receive points based on their employment status and the condition of their marriage or relationship. If they're unemployed, they will be given a negative point to their overall amount. This is because I don't tolerate laziness. The audacity! The audacity, darling! If they have any job in general, they receive 1 point. If they have any government job, they receive an additional 1 point. A middle management position gets an additional 1 point. If they're in a C-suite position or higher, they may receive 2 points to their overall amount. This does seem targeted, doesn't it? Marriage was sacred to me, as it was to their mother. If they are single, they do not receive or subtract any points. If they are divorced, they have a single point taken from them. If they are married, they gain 1 point. If they've provided the family with even one single male heir, they gain an additional point. Well, for fuck's sake. The obsession with lineage grinds my gears. Girls are bitches. We are bad to the bone, and we will break you, sir, if we need to. That's why you're scared of us. Fuckers! Reins herself back in. Right. That's it. Can't get your dick wet, you get no points from me. Oh God, I'm so gross sometimes, aren't I? I was having dinner with my parents and Greg one night, actually not that long ago, and we're all sat there and we're eating, and my mum was saying something about someone she knew already had moved on to a new bird, and I just turned around, I couldn't help it, I didn't think, I just spoke, and I went, some guys just need to keep their dick wet, Mum. And she sort of looked at me, and my dad went, oh, I remember the days. And I was like, Dad! Yeah, I agree. He's living in a different century, and I think the point system is, you are bang on right, cowgirl. It's a way of doing more controlling, isn't it? Even from the grave. Excuse me. Hey, baby. Yeah, how you doing? Oh, yeah, right. Gain an extra point from earlier. Whoever shall have the highest amount of points will receive a 15% addition. Whoever shall have second will receive 10%. Third place will receive the same. The final will receive 5. I know that this may seem an odd request, but my children understood my values as they were raised up. I am proud of each one, but I always like to reward them allowance based on the chores they did. This is their final allowance. I know that you will follow my instructions without question, as you always have. However, I want you to know that with my death, your contract has come to an end. You are no longer required to work for the Hughes family, and I want to make sure that you feel no obligation. You are about the age of retirement, and I wish that you can live the rest of your life with your wife in peace. Therefore, I hope you carry out my last wishes, not as my butler, but as my good friend. Do you know what? He may have had a bit of a fucked up way of approaching this, but ultimately this was his money. And I actually do kind of understand where he's coming from when you align it with, you know, if you want extra in your allowance, XYZ. So I do get where he's coming from, and I do think that he has a heart. I just think he has a strange way of implementing things. And I do wonder, like forcing Roger to shoot a deer, even though it ended up with him maybe triggering him, if you excuse your pun, into like a culinary career, because he realised that what you kill you can eat, and etc, etc. So, you know, maybe he just tried his best. Do you know what I mean? I'm an old man from an old century who didn't really know what the fuck he was doing. But I do agree there's an element of control there, and an element of punishment as well. If you failed to be the human I raised you to be, then yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. So we're still in the living room. And then we found Felix's letter from Gordon explaining the will. And it was Stanton Law was the company he's got in, wasn't it? Stanton Law. One moment. Just discussing my bowel movements with Gregory. Okay then. I don't think any of us like Ellis, do we? Wasn't there a bad guy in a film from the 80s who was called Ellis? Anyway, back to the point. Was it Ghostbusters? Was there an Ellis in Ghostbusters? Excuse me! I must look google. Where we go, where we go, where we go. There you are. Right. Ellis. Ellis Island. Ellis character. Hello, Gorgie. Sorry, Ellis, is that a character in Ghostbusters? This man has no dick. Is that him? I don't know. You got it? Ah. Okay. Oh, that's Walter Peck. It's Walter Peck. There's a bad guy called Ellis in something. Maybe not a bad guy, maybe just a dick, you know? Ellis.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, baby. How was your hunter-gathering? Was it everything you hoped for and more?
Yeah, just about. Oh, that's what we did. They didn't get a sauce.
For?
Bolognese.
Did you get the mince?
Yes.
Well, I can do the rest with tomato sauce, can't I? The, you know, that stuff. Thing with the thing. Yeah, passata, well done. I'll be good. I'll be good. Be right. Stew's on.
I can smell.
Mm.
I should go downstairs and put the shopping away.
Excellent. Could you do me a favour?
No.
Could you put that in the microwave, heat it for 30 seconds, and then bring it out, but hold it by that? I've got a bad neck. Love you. Yes. Actual Christ, I realised how late it was. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, bless them. The dogs are normally fed at 6. But I couldn't wait. I had to go. But I thought Greg would be home earlier. I hadn't realised how late it was. I thought it was still around 6. Okay, let's get cracking on with this. Did I eat my crisps? I did, didn't I? I ate my crisps. Fancy something crunchy. Should we go for a bit of a oaty bar? Right, okay then. So, it's just such a nice last paragraph, you know? Don't do this as my butler, do it as my friend. Aww. Okay. Felix's letter from Gordon explaining the will. Well, I don't know. I'm in two minds. I do think it's controlling to a certain degree. I think it also could be a very good way of rewarding the guys that have got out there and done something, rather than just rewarding them on where their age was or just giving them equal. So, yeah. I used to watch Ghostbusters. It's a very good film. One of my favourite films of all time. Because I can remember going to see it at the cinema when I was a little kid. Right, well. One more thing to find. Pool cues. Dartboard. No pool table. sunlight. Yeah, just the sunlight. I thought there was something left on the table.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
Clinkies, my loves. It has to be said, I think Ghostbusters has got some quite rude bits in it. But just looking to see if something's hidden, do you know what I mean? That's to open the door. Oh, what we got here? Is that another book by Martha? Yeah. Martha Emmeline Hughes, is that? I wonder if some of the stuff in the home was her own. Painting Chinese ceramics, Martha Amelia Hughes. Do you think she used to, like, you know, falsify stuff like it isn't real art? She used to remake it and make it look like old art. I don't remember swearing per se. More little nudges in the rudeness direction. Kind of jokes adults would get that go over the head of kids. Do you know what I mean? But no, I think... I know he does say someone's got no dick. There's a running joke about a man whose last name is Peck. But I wouldn't say it's something that I would put in front of a kid and think, oh, they're going to learn new terms. Okay. So this was just a point of information. This is not a final clue. Gosh, she's written loads. Anything in the fire? Mind you, Felix has just been told he's no longer obliged, so... Oh gosh, that light. Gosh. Ah! I literally just finished the last one. Thank you, baby.
Now remember to eat nut juice.
Thank you. Cocoa nut?
Chitchy face.
I am a chitchy face. Did you remember my cushion?
I did. I left it in the microwave.
Okay. What we're missing, guys. This is the lowest we go. Not seeing anything on the floor. What's that? Is that just a plug? Is a plug. Well, guys, what am I missing here?
Is it your face?
It's not my face.
Come out of this.
Oh, thank you, babes.
A really quick boost.
Oh, that's lovely. This is from the bum of the thing your mum got me. It's very difficult to get it in the right place. I have to be careful I don't burn myself, actually. Put
It's
that
not
there.
that hot.
No, but if you leave it against your skin long enough, especially because I'm pressing it. Well, guys, I can't find this last clue.
Is it the picture?
Well, I did go up and look at the picture. Because it is of the guy. But there's nothing you can do but look at it and go, oh. Flowers, the tape, but there's nothing on there because we've already heard the tapes. You've got that, which we've read. Grab a tissue, do it that way. There we are. Oh dear. Right, okay, tell you what, why don't we head off into another room and then maybe we'll
What's that under the chair?
watch. That's a light sunbeam, unfortunately. They do it just to wind you up. Do sunbeams everywhere just so you'll either miss something or you'll be too blind to see it, or I don't know. Anything over here? You've got that on the floor. There's nothing I can do. Shit, that bloody light. Can't
Bad with
open.
Dad randomly clicking and stuff.
Just gonna keep clicking! I'll have 38 windows open, wondering why it won't print. Oh, everything's there it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna go and come back with a fresh pair of eyes. Let's go in here.
Is it good?
Oh, it's your favourite place, Gregory. The gun room. Where are we? Is it literally the gun room? The hunting closet, I believe it's called. What's this?
That's a map.
Oh, shows the area you can catch particular things. I suppose at least he's hunting edibles. Got. I wonder if the note from his son in his diary said that. Oh, sticky outy bit.
Stabby devices.
We have stabby devices.
They're people openers.
Okay, we got guns.
That's not the best place to keep your gun.
No, it does look like somebody's not put things away properly or was looking for something. Perhaps they were looking for a hunting knife in here because it did look like the body had been stabbed. There was no evidence of a shooting. So we are thinking knife, but there was nothing, unless it was one that went in this space. It's definitely not a knife that's missing from there, is it? So I wonder if it's a hunting knife. Bullets in a box! They're the Wilder 9mm. They're always the Wilder 9mm.
Hi, Kylie.
we have...
Giving up.
We've started to make it up as we go along at this stage.
Nobody getting a share.
Okay, sunshine. Have fun. Sorry, Greg just walked into the bedroom and went, "Ah, hello, Ripley, my fat-bottomed girl." They do. And as always, they're 9mm Wilders. Okay, so. But yeah, it looks like all the camping equipment was in here. You've also got this safe, which in the UK would be where you're supposed to keep your guns. It's here. Just some trays. There's a Uzi pistol box. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's where the handguns are supposed to be. So is somebody in a scramble to get a weapon of any kind? Because my thoughts were, had they gone in here to find the hunting knife from when they last went hunting, and that's why the gun and the bullets ended up on the floor, because that's not what they were after. Because obviously with a gun, it's very easy to track it back, isn't it? Okay. Greg needs a shower. He's run for a shower. Can we get in here? No, we can't get in there. Okay. I wish I knew what the other clue was in here. It's probably going to be something I've looked at and not realised. Okay. Let's mosey. So we can't get in there. Can we go upstairs? Oh, look at us! We're hurtling up the stairs. Stairway and second floor. Did we miss something on the stairway? Oh dear. Got people. Building. Blood pile at the bottom. No blood on the stairs. Okay, what else have we got? Lions. What's that? What's that? Wall damage. Ooh. Hey, creature. You can lie down, sunshine. My little limpy boy. Okay. No. Oh. Broken vase. That's not good. Do we have evidence of a to-do, I ask myself. So somebody definitely bounced off that wall as well, didn't they? Just looking down to see if I can see anything we've missed or something that we couldn't see from down there. Okay, so there's obviously a scuffle here, which ended up with somebody hitting that wall pretty darn hard. Okay. Oh. What is it that's a clue about the clock? Why is that a clue? What is that? Oh, it's like a rock. Okay. Thermostat maybe? Alarm? No. Oh, we can get in this one. Okay. Bedroom. So did Felix live on site? Because this could be Felix's room, I suppose. We've got here. Super bet. Bet or a ticket to see the Gladiators, is this? Oh no, it's a bet. Better luck next time, so you didn't win. That's an awful lot of money to spend on gambling, sir. Okay, so which room are we in here? We're in the occupied guest bed. So this could be one of the boys that's staying here, couldn't it? I'm betting Ellis. What do you reckon? What's going on here? Why are you not typing? So, occupied guest bed. So, we have found a gambling receipt. Failed gambling receipt. Oh my god, you can't even read that, can you? God, it was occupied guest bed, and we found gambling receipt, sports bet. That's why I'm thinking Ellis. Plus, we've all decided we don't like Ellis. Anything? No, there's nothing on there. Anything else there? No, just that. Oh, what's that over there? Miller's Creek. Sorry. Greg's just yelled, Moon River! From Hot Shots. He's a silly boy. Okay. Well, that's true. People could stab with porcelain or glass, couldn't they? Sorry, mate? Would be hard on your hands. Yeah, it would cause a lot of damage to your hands, actually. Okay, so. Hey, hun. I'm almost heading out. Can't believe my old man is actually gone. Don't want to be too sobby in this, but man, this hits me hard. On the bright side, I'll be rolling in the dough. Maybe we can finally settle down. Just the two of us. I'll be in town for about 2 weeks, and this time I won't have to worry about having to constantly look for a job. These guys don't know what they're missing out on. See you then. So. Is Atlantic City, I could be wrong, but isn't Atlantic City somewhere where there's a lot of gambling? I'm thinking Ellis. So, this is a postcard. Postcard. Oops. Addressed to Danielle Stern, Atlantic City. Notes: upset at death, but happy to be rich later on. Okay, so Miller's Creek, is that where we are? Okay, got Bob's, what's that? Can't see. Hate not being able to see what book someone's reading. Went to view a house the other day and I got really overexcited because she was reading Terry Pratchett. Anyway. So there's another clue in here somewhere. Magazines and books. Got a box. Reckon that could be his childhood stuff packed up. Oh, that was just the door. Golf clubs. Have picked up on. I've been very well finding all the clues today, am I? Why? Ugly. Miami. So maybe he continued in his career as a sports person, and then, or maybe he just carried on fluttering around wherever he fancied. Anything here? No, nothing I can get into there about the cup thing. No, just a cup. Yeah, it's just the one betting slip, isn't it? Nothing there. Is there anything maybe over these golf clubs? There's not a drawer I can open, is there? Got radio even? CDs? Why would he need to keep a golf club next to the door? Okay, well. cases, which is annoying. Wondering if something had fallen down there. There's a drawer here that's supposed to open. They look fairly painted over, don't they? There's nothing there. I can't see anything on the chair. Hey guys! How annoying! Okay, well I'll meander on. And if it's behind the door, then I'm never going to see it. Swear to God, if it says I was supposed to spot this and I've clicked on it 12 times, I'm going to be quite put out. Okay. I couldn't get in there, could I? No. Okay. Apparently that clock was a clue. I don't understand why. Maybe more of it will come together as we pass. I'll get in there. So, oh, we have a body! Body outline but no blood. So could we have two bodies here? It's a double murder, do we think? A double murder? Right. It could very well be. Those things are quite unpleasant when they get hidden on you. Okay. Oh, that's knocked over as well. Unless this is the person that got attacked and caused the breakages in the wall. Got damage in the wall. Yeah, because it could have been the door hitting the wall, couldn't it? Perhaps door hitting wall, perhaps. Oh, what's that? Mud? Could be a muddy footprint. Oh, what's that? Oh, a set of keys. That made me jump then. Set of keys. And that's got a fresh marked tag on it. Okay. Evidence of a tussle. Set of keys with fresh marked. Woo! Oh, it's time for drugs, ladies and gentlemen, and I, for one, with my achy neck, are very pleased to hear about this. There we go. Drugs are taken. Clinkies. Ah, I see. Now, I made an assumption there, didn't I? I assumed that we'd seen another body. We haven't seen another body. We've seen evidence of somebody getting out. And we've also heard evidence of a body with dirt underneath it. And there is dirt on the floor. So you're absolutely right. We haven't got evidence of another body, just of somebody else being wounded. Was that Fresh Mart? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Fresh Mart, same thing. Okay, so really, that's all the clues that are in here? I mean, admittedly, a big old dead body and evidence of a struggle are quite important pieces of information. Still, I cannot see myself in the mirror! Oh yeah, that's a valid point. Okay, so doesn't look like there's anything else here would be helpful. Okay, so keys and evidence of a fight and then a bloodless body on the floor. Okay. And that looks like we've hit all the rooms. But we've still got evidence missing. But yeah, you can imagine that maybe a fight broke out on the stairs, bounced off that wall, continued to tussle, bounced off this wall, into this room. That could have been the door, that could have been them, could have just been wear and tear. And then that. Was he hit with that? Is that the murder weapon? Doesn't look like it has any blood or anything. And you'd assume if somebody was hit with hard enough force to knock them out. Why is the clock a clue, is my question. Where's the rest of the wall damage? Wall damage there. That wall damage there. But this is in the other room, isn't it? So that can't be the wall damage there. So there must be some more wall damage here. Excuse me. Is there more wall damage down here, perhaps? I missed it. Bullet! Or shell casing. Shit, so a bullet was discharged. A shot rang out! So, living room. Shell casing. Wilder 9mm. Gun of choice. Okay. Maybe the blood was from the murderer after a struggle and the body we found was killed from a blow to the head by the golf club. The club could give the victim internal bleeding or head trauma, which could be cause of death. That is true. That is true. So who fired the gun? still got a clue missing in the guest bedroom, the occupied guest bedroom. We've still got a clue missing from the stairway and second floor, and we've still got wall damage to identify. Okay. Unless they were shot. Had a struggle upstairs. Heard the thump of a body. The person came running back down the stairs. Perhaps there was still a threat to the person that shot. Maybe while the fight was going on upstairs, somebody was running into the hunting room and grabbing a gun. And when they came running down the stairs, the shot rang out. They hit the deck. And then dragged themselves out. Okay. So I've found everything in here. Let's just have another look around here, see if we can see the other damages that have been done. Oh, was that the other one? Right, so that's all the wall damage. Oh, so that's everything. So it's that occupied room. So do you think Ellis has lost it? Or Ellis could be the one that was being really aggressive on the phone, wanting to get things sorted. Perhaps he thought he was going to get more. Perhaps he felt hard done by because, you know, Felix was getting a percentage from the 100%. He was getting a percentage from the 90%. And then a smaller percentage from the 40%. So maybe. Just a make. I'm trying to see whose name. Ellis Hughes. Yep, this is Ellis Hughes' room. Get there in the end. So, the occupied guest bedroom, which is Ellis's room. Okay. Okay, so what else is there in here to find? See anything written on this box? not sure there's even anything written on there. It might just be the pattern. Okay. It is true. Ellis is an obvious mark, isn't he? Okay, let's... That's just shadows, isn't it? It's the curtains. I hate it when and it's normally means it's something that I've actually seen, but for some reason it's not clocked that I've clocked it. Do you know what I mean? Which is why I keep coming back to this, because if it turns out that it thinks I haven't seen that, then I will be very peeved. There definitely doesn't seem to be anything here, does there? Oh my goodness, this is so annoying. I know. Well, that's what Greg did when Greg said, oh, what's that under the table? It was just a bit of light contamination, but it's so annoying. I keep clicking the same things. It's going to drive me... Oh, what's that? A ring. This is university ring. Varsity ring, is it called? Ellis's ring. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think first gut feeling about Ellis was right, in that he's very much made it big in college and never went any further. New York State Rugby Championship, 1988. And he still thinks he's all that. So we found the final clue. So occupied guest bedroom. We also have Ellis's college, rugby ring from 1988. Okay, right, so let's go the questions. Among the total money distributed to the children, how much percent was each son to get? Who is the target of blackmail? How many people were killed? Depending on the number entered, please fill in the sets of names of both the victim and perpetrator in the following field. Well, I don't fucking know. I can answer that one, but... It's night-night, Angel. Jelly magic.
Jelly.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what I can get from here. We have... Oh. It's a bit pale and anemic. Is it a vanilla? Is it Nilla? I think it might be Nilla. Or it could be a pale grapefruit or a dark vanilla. Let's see. Grapefruit. Very confusing when you've got yourself convinced it's vanilla. Shut up, magic. And you come swinging in here with any of that rubbish. It was something like 17, 16, 14 and 13 or something, wasn't it? Let's come out of here. So you know the butler made it out alive. That's one thing we do know. The butler is still alive. I don't see any need for the butler to have done it, but then again, you never know. I mean, the butler's supposed to be of retiree age. Let's get ourselves back down here to the will, because I didn't know every single bit. So, Ellis 17. I'm hoping they're not wanting us to work out with the additional bit. So it's Ellis was 17, Roger was 16, Glenn was 14, and Roman was 13. So at least we can answer that question. I bet they're going to want us to work out the absolute logistics of it all. Because we don't know. I mean, we know who's got jobs and who hasn't got jobs. But I don't know how that would then equate to that percentage. Do you get my drift? Because that final percentage comes from the 40% of the 90% that was left. Who is the target of blackmail? How many people were killed? Depending on the number entered, please fill in the sets and names of both the victim and perpetrator. Okay, so let's go back to the phone messages we saw. So we've got this one plugged in, and then we've also got in items, we've got the phone logs. So we've got this lovely flip phone. So $14.98. Right, so very monosyllabic, aren't they? So $14.92 is Felix. So who is this phone owner is the question. Hey, what do you want from me? I need to talk to you, it's important. I'm busy with work right now, just leave a message. Needs to be in person. Fine, meet me outside in 5 minutes. That's on the 16th. And then this one is a deleted message from 5766. So that possibly means it's something very incriminating. So 348 912 5766, which is deleted. So, if somebody's been blackmailed, it could be the phone owner, because they're saying, I need to talk to you, it's important. We know that the father died on the 5th. So this is a couple of weeks later, leading up to the funeral, which means it could be that somebody is being blackmailed. So, the phone in the phone on charge. And then we've got the phone evidence. So this is the phone that's in evidence. So let's see, what's the other number? 348 305 1492. We know this is Felix because he was organising the wedding and the wake. 348 715 8891. Quite abrupt in the way they talk, aren't they? Okay, cool. So if somebody wants to talk in person, it could be that they're blackmailing them. This message is deleted. This is also from the 16th. Okay, so let's go back. Let's look at the other phone. So again, they got messaged. So this phone owner is saying they will be back. They have some things to do. Now we know Felix was we know that Ellis was staying on site, don't we? Because he's the big traveller, whereas the other people have probably still got homes in the area. Because this is New Jersey, wasn't it? So the other guy's working in New York. The other guy seems to be working really reasonably around this area, and we don't really know an awful lot about anything. Roman is still in the area, I believe, because he's wanting to take over the family business. Roger is working in New York. Glenn is a lawyer for the state. And then Ellis comes home for the funeral. So I wonder if this phone belongs to Ellis. What do you reckon? Do you think this phone could be Ellis? Stop with the cutes, thank you. Good grief. I can't do a thing without one of you popping up and accusing me of cutery. Charcuterie at that. For cut me and I'm already processed. Okay. Did you hear that shit during the speeches? Man, I'm sick of his attitude. So the plan is still in action, right? All three of us agree that he needs to be put in his place, right? No way I'm stopping now. We need to do it today. I can already imagine the look in his face when I pull up the dirt on him. So Ellis is the blackmailer then, isn't he? Is this a group chat? Hang on. 3402. No, just one person. I can't believe we're going to do this. You know my son looks up to you. I'm sure he does. Grin. Where the fuck is that little shit? Okay. So who are they blackmailing? Did you hear that shit during the speeches? Man, I'm sick of his attitude. Do you reckon they're going to blackmail Roman? Was Roman the one that suddenly announced he was going to take over the Hughes group? And he got offered a job by Jonathan, who'd already been asked to take over the company by his father and in his will. So I wonder if Roman is being blackmailed. Kylie! Hideousness! Stop accusing me of cuteness. Okay, so I think, trying to keep it together here,
I think that... Let me get a piece of paper here. I think that they had the skinny on Roman, and that Roman wasn't quite as pearly white as perhaps his father thought he was. So you've got Roman to be blackmailed. I'll use the term victim loosely. So was he trying to play all the right cards to get the most money out of his father's estate? You know, he was like, he's married, he's got a kid, he's done this, he's done that. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder, because technically he was actually his father's, not enemy, but what's it called when you were up against somebody? Oh, challenger for that. We'll just call him a challenger. So, I've got half an hour to do this. So I think that the three brothers were going to blackmail Roman in some way. Just the phrase, the three of us. And Ellis wanted more money, and Ellis has got back points against him because he had no job, he's got no wife, he's got a potential, but they're not together. So, do you know what I mean? Oh. Sorry, I had the wrong window open, my bad. Cool, that's all right. Thank you, darling. Yes, so, goodo, where were we? Right, so I think Roman is being blackmailed, or they're attempting to blackmail Roman. I think Roman kicks off he attacks one of the brothers, and one of the other brothers attacks him back. And then maybe it's either going to be Roger or Glenn who shot him, isn't it? I'm going to say Roger shot him, but then Roger wouldn't have been upstairs. Unless they got Felix in on it, what do you reckon? Right. I mean, do you think I'm too obsessed with it being the brothers? Because, I mean, if you look at it from the way he said who's getting plus points, who's getting negative points, although Ellis will get negative points for no job, no kids. Did he get negative points for no kids? Or it was just bonus points for getting the first heir, wasn't it? And we know that the other child, so we've got Ruby, question mark, daughter, question mark, Valerie perhaps being an ex for Glenn. But the sweeties weren't labelled for him, were they? Who were they labelled for?
foyer, business card, side table, phone. It was for Samuel and Harmony. And the only one we know who had a son was Roman, who's the youngest son. But there's no mention of any other sons, are there? There are mention of daughters, but they're men and they only value a winky. So, yes, we might very well end up with us just putting stuff in. I think Roman, the supposed, is it Roman? Yeah, he's in real estate. He's the golden boy. He's got a son. He's got everything going for him. So what if everything was not as perfect in Roman's life as he's pretending? And so he is being blackmailed to get some of the money back off him, do you think? I don't know, guys. I'm really baffled by this one. You really can't connect the... See, I kind of got the impression from the handwriting and everything that maybe Ruby was a little bit older. So maybe she had the option to choose if she wanted to come. Or I suppose if she'd come, she might have already picked up her token and left, to be fair. Okay, let's have another look at these questions. Okay, what can we fill in? So we've got the percentages. Who is the target of the blackmail? Let's say Roman. How many people were killed? Do you know, I'm going to say 2. I don't think the amount of blood that came out of that bloke, he's going away happy. Who is the victim? So... Okay, I think Ellis is the first victim. I think he was taken down by Roman. I think then Roman... Oh, sorry. Thought I hit tab, I didn't. Then I think Roman comes running down the stairs, and that's where I think Roger killed him. Should we see how we've done? Yes. How bad is it? 2 were answered correctly. Let's look at the exam results. Oh, shit. Okay, then. So, was Roman a target of blackmail? How many people killed? It was 2. Depending on the numbers entered, please fill in the sets of names of both the victims and perpetrators in the following field. So, total money to be distributed to the children, how much percent was each son supposed to receive? So we seriously got to sit here and work out with the extra pennies who would have got what? Are you telling me the hardness of this is the maths? Fuck's sake. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back in.
Which case file would you like to tackle? Loading Hughes Manners feud. Loading complete.
Oh, unless Roman went after Felix. Because Felix would
possibly know. Let's have a look at the other percentages. Let's have another look at this. So, So 90% of the funds were supposed to go to the sons, wasn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to have a pee before we do this. I don't want to end up busting my nuts again. Be right back. Sorry about that, darlings. Let's... Oh, gosh, I'm in knots here. What have I done now? Come here, you. Oh, what am I like? Right. So 10% was to go to Felix, 5% or half of that was to go to charities, half of it was for him. That left us with 90%, which was going to be split between the kids because the business went to Jonathan. So we had 90% of the money. So we say it was $100, $90 was going to the kids. So we've got 17, 16, 14%, and then 13%. Stanton Law are taking what's left over. So, hang on. Calculator. We have a calculator. So, we've got 17 plus 16 plus 14 plus 13. So that's 60%. And then we have 40%, which is then going to be separated off in accordance with the rules that have been outlined. And then it will be separated off as God help us. It was 15, 10, 10 and 5, was it? Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, 15, 10, 10 or 5% of that 40%. So of the 40% left, we have got it split 15, 10, 10 and 5. Where's that letter? Okay. Intermediary, yada yada yada. Okay then, so everybody's basically given nil point. And they start from there. So, we've got employment. Marriage. And then sons. Okay then, so, well, for example, for Ellis, he gets a -1. Roger works If they have a government job, they're receiving an additional point. A middle management position gets an extra 1 point. Now, does being a solicitor? Yes, sure. 1 moment. Among the total money to be distributed to the children, how much percent was each son supposed to receive? So they were supposed to receive 17, 16, 14 and 13%. That's Ellis, Roger, Glenn and Roman. This is incorrect, even though that's what was laid out. So basically, you've got this percentage plus the percentage of what was remaining. 10. So you've got 100%, 10% to Felix. That gives us 90%. The 90% is then split up amongst the children. That equals the 60% of the 100%. And this is where it's confusing, you see, because the 90% is what was allocated to the kids, which makes it then 100%. But those figures won't match that because 17% of 90% is then a larger percentage or a smaller percentage against 100%. Does that make sense? So do you think... You see, that makes it... It's more of a maths question, isn't it? This is so confuddling because they haven't given you a figure. They've just given you percentages. So it's 17% of 90%. So you've got 17% plus the percentage they've earned of the 40%. Let's keep cracking on at it. So let's see if we can get a rough idea of who got what. So we know Ellis would have got a minus point for employment. Roger's the one that went into working for the government, so he gets 1 point. Glenn worked for oh, hang on a second. We get the notes up? Yes, here we go. Glenn gets 1 point for that. Roger will get a point for any job in general. And then an extra point for Roger for it being a government job. So he actually gets 2 points there. And then Glenn, Roman, who's the youngest, would actually get 3 points because he has a job and it's a top level job. So Roman would therefore be top out of the employment points available. So let's have a look at the married points available. Well, we know that Ellis isn't married. We don't know if he was divorced, but we do know that he isn't married, so he doesn't get any extra points there. Roger doesn't say if he's married or not, so he doesn't get any extra points for that one. Then we have Glenn, and it looks like he's divorced. So if they're divorced, they have a single point taken away. So Glenn loses a point for daring to have a relationship break down on him. And then finally we have Roman, who's got a point for being married, and they get an extra point because he's got a kid. Excellent. And then finally, oh yeah, the son, so I've already added that on. Okay then, so looking at that, Ellis has the least. Yeah, he's got -1. Roger's got 1. Glenn is even because he had a point, but he had a point taken away. Roman has 5 points, so he's clearly in the lead. So that would mean Roger gets 15. Ellis, being -1, would get 5%, and the two in the middle get an extra 10%. So that would mean a full total would be 28%, 24%, 26%, and 22%. Let's try that, shall we? See if that's worked. What have I just done then? There. Close that. Quit. Let's go back into F. Right, so that means Ellis got 22. I don't know if this is right, by the way, guys, so don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. Then Roger got 26. Glenn got 24. And Roman got 28%. Which is why he was a target of blackmail, because he wasn't as good as he said he was. Okay. I think I'm going to go with that for now. Let's see how we do. Let's submit that, and then we'll go back to working out the logistics of the people. The thing is, I'm sure the butler said he was going out. Oh, grade C! Yes! I got my numbers right. So we need to work out the victims. Okay.
Which case file would you like to loading Hughes Manners feud?
That is tricky. I can understand why people said that is tricky, because working out those numbers is an absolute ball ache. Okay, so we need to work out... I mean, we are right that 2 people died. And I still think it's a case of... I mean... being hideously anal about stuff is how I got it. I was hated for my paper trails and my ability to make sure everything added up and tallied up for records and stuff. I was hated. Right, so, what was I going to say? Let me go back to the policeman's notes. The police officer's notes said covered in blood. I can't read that properly. Let me just get the R out. Here we go. So,
Black suit, black dress pants, black tie. Dirt on underside of body as if body was dragged. Covered in blood. Bullet wound to his midline forehead. Right hand ring finger and pinky finger looks to be twisted and broken. Under suit sleeves, scratch marks on hands and arms. So, this body we're talking about is the one that was shot. And they were shot from that room, from the living room, out into the hallway. So I'm wondering, obviously they've got scratch marks because they've been pulled out of the room. So what I'm wondering is, fight upstairs. The shot came from here because this is where the shell is. So it's fighting upstairs. During the fight, maybe one of them came downstairs, grabbed a gun and came out. Or the person who had attacked maybe came running down the stairs, grabbed a gun, came back out and shot. And this person was hit and fell backwards into the blood splatter, which is why it doesn't look specifically like it was a gunshot. It looks more like somebody was slashed and spurted out because they fell right on top of the blood splatter. You can see where some of the blood's dried and some of it's pooled. So, name of victim. I'm going to try changing that to Glenn and just see if that comes up. Is Glenn 1 or 2 ends? Try 2. Just in case I pick the wrong brother to shoot. No. Unless it was Felix. Thank you, dear. Unless Roman got downstairs. So what if Roman took out Ellis, ran for the stairs, grabbed a gun and shot whoever ran down the stairs? See, you're literally just having to take wild guesses, aren't you? I mean, Ellis was certainly eager for the confrontation. So, name of victim Glenn. And name of victim's killer Ellis. Okay. Why are Glenn and Ellis fighting?
Which case file would you like to tackle? Loading Hughes Manners feud. Loading complete. Good luck.
I suppose one of them was saying, are we really going to do this? So maybe they were fighting about whether or not they do this, which would make sense. Okay, let's try that. I mean, are you just feeding me the answers now? Just trying to work out the why. I do think these are just a case of putting in numbers, or letters, really, at the end of the day. Glenn and Ellis for set 1. So, Glenn and Ellis have it out. Maybe Roman wasn't even there. We don't know. It does say, where is he? Where is the little shit? And the next, the name of the victim. I mean, at this stage, it could be that poor what's-his-face Felix walked in and walked straight into a bullet from Roman or something. Do you know what I mean? Okay, how about we put Ellis in here and... oh, excuse me. Roman here. Roger. So you think this whole fight happened before Roman was even there? On May 16th, 2003 at 1 p.m, a gathering was held to honour the death of Gordon Hughes. Friends and family of the late Gordon came together to pay their respects and share heartfelt eulogies. After the gathering concluded, the guests departed and Felix left to attend to some errands. The only individuals remaining were Gordon's 4 sons. Ellis proceeded with his plan to blackmail Roman. Roger and Glenn were also in on the plan, although with varying degrees of hesitation. They all agreed that Roman's comments were out of hand and disrespectful to their father's legacy. Of the two, Roger was more willing to follow Ellis as long as his own 2 children weren't around to see the conflict. On the other hand, Glenn, after contemplating the consequences of their actions, warned Roman about the impending scheme, prompting Roman to leave the premises. Upon discovering Glenn's betrayal, Ellis confronted him, leading to a heated argument that escalated to a physical altercation. Losing control, Ellis pursued Glenn upstairs and causing damage to the walls and furniture, eventually ending Glenn's life with his own hands. Strangled him. There you go. Overhearing the commotion, Roger retrieved a gun from the hunting closet, fearing the worst, and confronted Ellis when he returned downstairs. After Ellis confessed to what happened, Roger reached a state of emotional distress. Now that Glenn, his brother and co-friend, was killed, he snapped and fired 1 bullet straight into Ellis's head, ending his life instantly. Realising what he'd done, Roger panicked, dragged Ellis's heavy body outside before fleeing the scene. Oh, that's so sad, though. Like Roger and Glenn, they seemed the more normal ones. Oh. Well, we got there in the end. Admittedly, it was with great problematicness. I actually was wondering, do we have a full case file on this? Just want to have a look, because we just read that case file. I just want to see if we have that. Oops, sorry. Never mind, it is 8 o'clock. I must finish, darlings. I simply must. Let's quit. So I think that's it. We finished it. Is that it? Well, there we go. Scene investigators, she is done. I enjoyed that. That was good fun. I mean, yes, I have to say, there's an element of not having enough information. So a lot of it became maths and being fed the answers, if I'm honest with you. So I find a little disappointing. I would have preferred if there was more to find that would have given us more information than to just leave it that, oh, well, just keep guessing, you'll get it right in the end. So yes, I think if my only feedback would be that it really could do with having some extra little bits and bobs in it that you really need to search out, and then you start to get a more rounded idea of what's going on. Because I must admit, with the first few I was doing, I literally was just guessing, and that's kind of not really how it's supposed to work. You are actually supposed to do something constructive with it. But yes, that's what I would say. I'd say if we do another one of those, I would like to find one where they give you some more juicy gossipy stuff, maybe, so that you can start to put together how things have happened. That certainly didn't give us an idea that the guys would turn inward rather than focusing on Roman. But then I suppose that's the whole point, isn't it? You've got to try and do guesswork with these things. Okay, let's have a look and see who we can go and raid. Wow, there's lots of people on today. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Oh, do you know what? Most people aren't doing Simsy stuff. Nobody's doing this. And there's only a few of us on, so do you know what? I don't think I'll do a raid tonight. I think we will just sit back and review, see what we've done. I'll get rid of the post-it notes because I came out with the post-it notes when we started to have to do math. Actual math. That's how I worked out the figures, by the way, if you were interested. It was definitely a good community game. I enjoyed that aspect of it. I just think it might be more fun if it wasn't so much guesswork at the end, because I definitely felt like I was a bit lost, and it took, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I never would have finished it if you hadn't, but it takes a bit of the flavour out of it if you don't feel like you can put the jigsaw together yourself. And somebody has to come in and give you the extra clues that you didn't realise weren't in the box. Does that make sense? It would be nice if a bit more information was there for us to find, I guess, rather than having to second guess all the way through. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely want to do more stuff that we can all get together and work on, because that was good. It was a good laugh. Right, I'm going to skedaddle off. I'm going to continue my crochet project, and I am going to have some chicken stew and possibly a bath later. We'll see how the mood takes me. Guys, have the most wonderful of mornings, afternoons and evenings. Whatever it is you're going to do, until we meet again, please do go balls deep, because it's the only deep to balls. Mwah! I love you all. Night night.